Hello, I'm back. It's 1:03 p.m. So I'm feeling like I can't believe I'm going through this. Um, it's like I'm I have just barely $1.75 even, for bus fare. And just a few short seconds ago, it's like trying to fight back tears, about my situation and stuff like that, and makes me feel like, if I'm such a horrible person who just deserved this punishment. And it's like the idea that the narcissistic perps falsely accused me of forcefully squeezing out fake crocodile tears for attention and manipulation, and they try to falsely say that I'm the narc who's, pretending to cry for manipulation and attention and stuff like that. I just feeling so bad. And that, excuse me, heavily telling everybody, do not help her, do not donate to her. But y'all the same people who say that, that a person will have a right to put up a GoFundMe for gender reassignment surgery, or if you want to make your doghouse fancier. Y'all the same people who say that, oh, they have a right to do what they want with the funds donated to them, because once it's in their hands, then it's theirs to do what they want. But I have to just I'm sick of having to prove to all the world of what every penny of my money, of what it's spent on and how much I've received and stuff like that. And then they still want to falsely say that I'm hiding, that I'm hiding a lot of money in my storage unit, and that I'm scamming and getting over on people and stuff like that. And this is just, it's like more lies and more false rumors and more smear campaigns. And it's like other professed targets are believing them. I had just, like, shortly before I came onto this video, I had to just wipe a tear that was trying to fall from my eye. And my heart feels heavy. My heart feels heavy. And I haven't even really cried in a long time. I haven't cried in a long time. And I'm about to be at risk for being back on the streets tomorrow with like only $3 and like $3 in the bank, and just barely enough even for one ride of bus fare. And, excuse me, and if I was squeezing out fake tears or faking, it's like my eyes are red, and I'm wiping tears from my eyes. It's like I'm wiping tears from my eye. My face is red and everything. I didn't even eat anything today. And I'm scared and not ready to be back on the streets tomorrow. And it's like I'm gonna say y'all are very fucked up for doing this to a black disabled single female, and you do it to people who fit your description. Your own black people, your own black female, and you're a black female, and and you want to see another, excuse me, another black female ruined and destroyed. So I mean, all I'm worthy for is for the Twitter Cash App spam bots to just pretend to fake like my post. It's like a freaking very extremely. This world is extremely cold. Excuse me, and these, narcissistic abusers, religious or not, they act like they think they have. I mean, they really think so highly of themselves that they really think they have the power and authority to punish God. And that's how highly they think of themselves. So I'm really scared of having to be back on the streets, and it's freaking insane. It's nuts. How is it possible that nothing is a good fit for me, or there's nothing out there for me? And it's like I have to be forced against my will to live in unpleasant and uncomfortable situations that, even if there were shelters available, I had to be forced against my will to be in like torturously uncomfortable situations, living with people that I'm not allowed to have my own job and my own way of making a living, and be comfortable in my own home. Now I have to be forced homeless in a communal living where I can be constantly, everything I do or say can be just constantly watched all the time. That I can't really get to have the right to any privacy. And it's like I'm trying to hold on. And if people say, hold on, stay strong, and press on, I'm trying to not lose my mind and go freak out and go crazy. And this is not funny. This is not a game. Excuse me. This is not a laughing matter. And people's lives are being played with. And it's like, I'd rather not have to be in a position or a predicament where I have to be forced to ask for help. Excuse me. So, it's like, what did I do so bad or so horrible or so wrong? It's like you just have a personal issue with me. But if I'm committed such crimes, lock me up. If I committed such crimes, lock me up. And then while you're suffering, they're mocking and laughing at you. But they have walking around with their face twisted up, that you deserve to be punished. Excuse me. It's like they want me locked up. The only help, fake help they want me to get is for society to get rid of me and exterminate me, and for them to have me locked up and put away like an animal. The only crime I committed was exposing the truth about how people did me dirty, and nobody cares to listen. Excuse me. It's like I'm made to feel like just inferior to every creepy crawly thing on the face of this earth, to every crumb of object on the face of this earth. Like I have to be considered as lower than the lowest. And so I'm being ignored on Twitter, and I don't know where else to go. Can't go on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or anywhere else. Can't find a job or get a job anywhere. And excuse me. And the background checks are hindering me from housing and jobs. And the narcissistic perps who set this all up, they try to say, your behavior, like I'm an animal. They treat me like as if I'm a wild, untamable beast that must be stopped now. That, as I say, I'm trying to not lash out or go off or anything. I'm trying to stay sane. And I still haven't gotten any sleep. Like trying to take a nap, still haven't gotten any sleep. But it's like the only help I'm allowed to get is for people. I have to be willing to let my guard down and be submissive, and let people younger than me think they can try to discipline and handle me like a rag doll. And, they act like as if they want me to let my guard down and be willingly submissive toward their control and abuse. And they swear up and down that what they're doing is not abuse and it's for my own good. And so some people try to make like, well, if you're financially struggling that much, that's how you know you're a true child of God. Or, this is just a test of your faith. And people making it like as if I'm not allowed a roof over my head, or I'm not allowed to eat until or unless I comply with the mental health system, with the fake mental health system. And people always want to throw it in my face about how other people have it worse than me, and that my suffering is not all that bad. If they make it like my suffering is not all that bad, it's like I'm not just idly begging. It's not about me being a bad writer or anything. People just have an issue with me. They just have an issue with me. And everything that comes out of my mouth or off of my fingers is just, with typing, it's just crazy nonsense. Well, why do you feel the need to clap back and defend yourself if I speak what you know is true and you feel like you have to have a defense and then a smear campaign running behind your fake defense? That, if I said something and you try to laugh it off and say that I'm talking crazy talk, but then the truth I spoke angered you to the point that you feel like I stressed you out and caused your blood pressure to be high, and I stress you out to cause that it's my fault you're in a hospital battling a blood clot in your brain because you feel like I stressed you out and caused you a heart attack or a stroke. But nobody cares about Candy Grandpre's being stressed out, any medical problems, any forced deprivation. And, excuse me, how many people are going to get to enjoy lobster and filet mignon tonight? When my body feels weak. And I mean, if people want to say nobody should have to be responsible to take care of a grown woman, but then they say nobody owes you a job, but then they say stop stealing my tax dollars and go find yourself a job. When you tell that to somebody that's disabled, and so, when I speak out against your manipulation and control and abuse, they say, well, you burn your bridges from the people who were trying to help you. Well, how are you trying to help me? That you donate me, say if you donate me the full $365 and pretend to, like a snake, be like, oh, hey, Candy, it's, my name is Malaysia. And, I'm a TI too. I'm targeted too. I go look on your profile, there's no YouTube content at all. And you donate the whole $365 and be like, well, hey, I'm sorry you're going through this and this and that, whatever. Then they'd be like, well, let's exchange phone numbers because I really want to connect with other TIs. Then the moment you get my phone number, you'd be like, well, can I have a picture of you? Then I show you a picture of myself just like this. And then the picture you send me is something like that. And then I block you for being like, you a perp. Y'all know the satanic hand signs and the other signs or whatever, And then when I get angry and freak out, y'all think it's funny, and then you got your smear campaign saying don't help her. I am so fucking sick and tired of the manipulation, abuse, and games. But it's like they want to act like they want to try to entice you to join. And it's very hard to find people who's not a perp. Or somebody who's targeted also. So I try to even look up what are ways you can get paid to write. I mean, because that's Something I know I'm not that bad at, short stories. But even if I were to write out, and it would take a few days or probably a couple of weeks, I couldn't get it out in one day, a novel. And I can't put it on Amazon because Starbreaker and possibly other perps will make false bad reviews on purpose to deter everybody from wanting to buy my ebooks. And if I were to make any sales, I wouldn't get any sales until 2 months from now, like probably June or July. For Amazon Kindle, it takes a couple of months to get paid. And so, I mean, people would try to say, oh, it don't work like that. If I were to try to figure out, well, how can I make any quick money from writing or just anything? How can I make, because I have the Ko-fi and my blog, and I can't wait around for other people to hire me. But as I said, I probably would have better opportunities if I had access to a car. But then I heard if you do DoorDash or Uber or something, I heard that they turn your app off. Cab companies won't hire me to drive. And then they keep the gang stalkers keep hitting me with energy weapons and sleep depriving me on purpose so that I can't be functional. It's like I'm sleep deprived to the point that I'm afraid that if I go out and about on the streets and I'm afraid that I might just roll over and die from exhaustion or something. I mean, I had some water and the bentonite clay to help my stomach. And I keep on missing the bus every time it's, after the 45 of the hour. So, I'm scared of being back on the streets. And then, with me being in my situation and I'm gonna say it, menstruating, because I'm showing y'all what I gotta go through. Menstruating. And I'm on the streets and with no overhead shelter and getting rained on, and I have to walk around in wet, bloody clothes. Even blood getting down to my shoes and stuff from the rain. And I checked, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And they have tornadoes and hail and stuff. It's like really scary, crying out for help. And I even have prayed and stuff too. But it's like I gotta prove to the world every penny. This is the punishment I'm forced to live, to try to fight against the smear campaigns and lies, that if somebody donate me $50 for groceries or something, I have to be obligated to show the whole world what I spent on it, how I used that $50, and say, well, see, this is proof. Here's my groceries right here. But they will not let me make my own living. They will not let me get back on my feet. They will not let me, get my own place. They will not let me provide for myself. And everybody wants to say, why don't you just go to a shelter? And they say it like they don't care and like they want you to just, get out of... I mean, I don't even try to go and bother nobody. So... I'm frustrated and like, even if I wrote a novel, a narcissistic abuser would say that my novel is illogical, incoherent, irrational and doesn't make sense, and that it's poorly written, and that my sentences that they're not cohesive, and that they don't go together. Well, that's because you keep frying my body while I'm trying to write. That y'all vibrate and fry my body up with such strong intensity that I have to be forced to stop writing. Or you won't even allow me to sleep. So now I guess this is the next phase, is the sleep deprivation phase, the vibrating phase, and what now is going to be the forced starvation phase. The forced starvation phase now. That y'all going to forcefully starve Candy Grandpre to death. Or that, you're going to make sure I'm homeless on the streets and it's my fault if I get struck by lightning or hit with hail balls the size of a golf ball. If I get hit with hail the size of a golf ball. And then they'll say, well, she's foolish because she chose to stay out there. I'm just sick and tired of the abuse of narcissism. Y'all do not have the authority or the right to judge. I'm trying to get help to stay here another week. And I don't do good with living with people, But please, my information is in the description box of just about all of my videos. Thank you.